Hello and welcome to the local Lafourche. My name is Cody Gray, President and CEO of Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, the Tourist Commission for Lafourche Parish. And we're excited to have you join us here on a new episode of the local Lafourche, where each month we take you up and down our beautiful bayou to show you all of the new and exciting things that are happening right here in your own backyard. Well, things are heating up on the bayou with plenty of events and things to see and do this summer. And this month's show is packed with guests who are here to help you make the most of your summer plans. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right into today's first segment. We encourage you today to practice your duck calls and also brush up on your carving skills because the Cajun Heritage Fest returns to the Lafourche Civic Center this weekend. This event attracts carvers from all over to showcase the art of wildfowl and decoy carving, while also working to preserve a very unique aspect of our Cajun heritage. Here to speak with us more about the Cajun Heritage Festival is Mr. Robbie Mathern. Thanks so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Cody. Appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome. So it is that time of year again. This is always one of our favorite events to look forward to. It's really cool for anybody who's listening who's never been or has never seen any of this. So let's go ahead and start with, for those that may not be familiar with the event, what is the mission of the Cajun Heritage Festival?
Yeah, right. So this weekend at the Lafourche Civic Center, we'll have our 48th annual Cajun Heritage Festival. Mm-hmm. And the type of festival that we're the festival celebrating our Cajun heritage through the art of duck decoy carving. Duck carving is our true art form. Just like here in South Louisiana, we have great food and great music. Well, our artwork is our duck decoy carving, which began over 100 years ago as a tool to go hunting and supply your way of life. And over the years, it evolved into the art form that we have today. And it's a true American art that began right here along Bayou Lafourche in South Louisiana. And our mission is to preserve that for many generations to come. That's what we're celebrating this weekend at the Lafourche Civic Center.
That's fantastic. And it really is. You touched on it. It is an art form. To see some of the work that these carvers do. You can you look at it and it feels like you could feel the real feathers on the duck. It's incredible.
Yeah, correct. And then as a carver, that's the highest compliment you can give a carver, is to look at his carving or her carving and say that it looks so real, like you think the feathers are going to move when you touch it.
Yes.
And that's the evolution of it, to where it was once a hunting tool, something you just throw in a sack and into the marsh to hunt with. Now it's so lifelike and so realistic that it looks real.
It really does. So tell us a little bit about the weekend events. I know things really get started on Saturday, roll into Sunday. So give us a little bit of overview of what's happening on Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So again, the type of festival we're not the fair type of festival. We don't have rides or bands. There's some great ones this weekend that do that. We're the festival celebrating our art once again. So we're all indoors, rain or shine. We're inside the Lafourche Civic Center. Mm-hmm. And throughout the weekend, we'll have carving contests and competitions for carvers. Like you said earlier, they'll come from around the country, Gulf Coast, Texas, even as far north as Minnesota. Sometimes we're coming down to compete. And then also we have a duck calling contest as well on Saturday afternoon with different age levels from children up to adult divisions. That's absolutely free, just to come have a good time and participate. And also throughout the entire weekend, we'll have carvers and other artists that will have tables set up to sell their artwork. So if you have a carving collection you want to add to it, or maybe you've never collected before but you want to get into it, come by, take a walk around, visit. You can talk. Nobody likes to talk more than a Cajun carver. So feel free to discuss whatever you want, ask questions about what they're doing, and you can walk away with a carving as well to get that collection going, get it started. And then on Sunday, we have a head carving contest, Sunday morning, where you can watch the carvers actually carve from start to finish a duck head. And all those heads will be up for auction that same afternoon, which is our big event of Sunday, the live decoy auction at 1 o'clock.
Yes, indeed.
We'll have over 200 items, usually, almost all hand-carved decoys, but a few other types of artwork as well. But all in that genre, all in that part of our heritage of hunting and outdoors and fishing. And it all goes to the highest bidder. And again, to participate in the auction is completely free as well. Just write your name down, get a bidder number. And it's a great chance to either start a collection or add to one and take something home that weekend.
No, it is. And fair warning to anybody who does go to the auction, it is very addicting.
It is.
There are some beautiful pieces. I mean, it's really incredible to see all of the different species, all of the different, I mean, I've even seen, I know one year y'all had a huge bald eagle that somebody had caught.
Yes.
I can't remember the gentleman's name.
Mr. Kurt Fobb. Yes,
correct. Yes. It was just stunning. And then all the way down to these tiny little hummingbirds. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the little cocktail
decoys.
Yeah,
that's right.
Great.
Yeah, and that's one of our contests we have, talking about like the evolution of carving. One of our contests is called the cocktail decoy contest. It's only 2.5 inches in length of the carving, the duck that it is, and it floats in a cocktail glass and it gets judged over the weekend. I'm very proud to say I won that contest last year myself.
That's right.
So
you did,
I have to defend my title this year.
That's right.
Going into the weekend, which makes it fun. It's a fun event. It's a great family event. Please bring your kids. Let them see this part of our heritage.
That's right.
The way things used to be. Again, is that celebration of not just the artwork, but that way of life.
That's right.
Of the hunting, the outdoors that we love so much down here, and that's what we celebrate this weekend.
And we definitely want that next generation to pick up that skill and art form and carry it on.
Which is one more thing too, real quick. If you want to start carving, come by and start talking to the people.
Great point.
A lot of carvers teach lessons. If not, we have some supplies. You can pick up a few things if you want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's something you've always thought was kind of neat and cool and you want to maybe get into, please come by this weekend and start asking around, and we'll do our best to put you head in that right direction.
Awesome. Well, we certainly look forward to it. For those that want to learn more about or want to follow you on social media, where can they do that?
Yeah, so we have a great Facebook page, and we also have an X account that we update regularly this week to give you updates on times and schedules and things like that. So just check us out again, Cajun Heritage Festival on Facebook and Cajun Heritage Festival on X, and you can get any updates, or you can reach out to us if need be, and we'll can't wait for the weekend to happen.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to it. We wish you much success with this year's Cajun Heritage Fest. Encourage everybody to come on out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more of the local Lafourche.
You gotta try this. And some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. Up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit. We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Welcome back. It is no secret that food is at the heart of our culture, and that food culture will be on full display this weekend at the Gaines Bon Manger Festival. And how could you go wrong with a festival that literally means good eats? There will be plenty of good eats, rides, music, and fun for the whole family to enjoy. But don't just take my word for it. Here to talk about the Gaines Bon Manger Festival is their president, Mr. Jeremy Bro. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, Cody. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. So it's once again that time for the Gaines Bon Manger. Y'all had a big anniversary year, I know, last year.
Correct.
It was a great event. So I know y'all are coming off of that, but y'all got a lot planned. So give us a little intro about Gaines Bon Manger.
Yeah, so in the early 70s, the community wanted to build a building, a community center. So they started what was known as the Gaines Day Festival. And it started behind St. Anthony Catholic Church in Gaines.
Okay.
And then all the money that was raised for the Gaines Day Festival was used to build the Vasher Gaines Community Center, which is the building that our festival is now held in. So in 1973, the festival was moved to the Vasher Gaines Community Center, and since then we've always had an indoor festival surrounded by food, of course.
Of course. And that's a very good point to mention right there, is that it is an indoor festival. So there is, I know there's a lot that's happening outside as well, but if you need to get out of the heat, there is a way to do that.
Correct. So all of our bands are indoors, and then all of our food is served indoor as well. We do have, this year we do have inflatables for the kids.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we have the inflatables. On Saturday we have a little extra. We have the Buck and Bull inflatable that you can come test your skills on the Buck and Bull. And then also on Saturday we have a cornhole tournament that's being put on by Bayou Cornhole.
Excellent. I know the cornhole tournaments are ever popular, and those get pretty competitive. I know a lot of teams locally enter into those.
Yeah, they sure do. And we also going to have food provided under our pavilion for those guys and gals play in cornhole.
Oh, awesome. Another reason to register and to sign up to play for this one.
That's right.
So what else is going on that weekend? I know you mentioned it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know y'all usually have a phenomenal band lineup and lots of great food. So let's just start right there with the bands. What's happening with that?
So with bands, on Friday night, we have Masquerade. That's going to be our Friday night band, our main band on Friday night.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, we have a couple of bands during the day, and we're going to end with Sharks in December. And then on Sunday, we also have Mr. Gary Thibodeau, who's there every Sunday for us, along with Carrie Thibodeau Band. So it's a lot of swamp pop, but also on the Friday night, we try to mix in a little rock, rock and roll. So we normally have a great band lineup, and I think this year I call him our band director. He did an excellent job lining up bands for us as well.
I would agree. And as you could see there on the screen, it was a great lineup. And it's also, I love the highlight there of free entry soaking in the sweet AC.
That's right.
And that's very important in June in South Louisiana.
So we do get that question accessed often, like how much does it cost to get in? And there's no cost to get in the community center.
That's
so
awesome.
Like any other festival you go to, there's no cost to get in. But the little bonus is just come in air conditioned.
That's right. That's right. And where do the proceeds? Of course, you're buying, obviously rides and food and so much, and it's really important to highlight that the funds raised at many of these festivals, yourselves included, go right back into the communities that they're in.
Correct. So we're a nonprofit. We're not funded by any organization except for ourselves. So we put up the money to purchase everything that we need for the festival over the weekend, and then all of those proceeds go right back into the community center.
Awesome. So I know, as I mentioned earlier, it means good eats, and there are lots of good eats that's there at this festival. What is some of the food variety that people can expect to see this weekend?
So of course, good Cajun cooking, right? So
That's right.
Seafood gumbo, shrimp sausage gumbo. We also have grillades. We also have your standard hamburgers and hot dogs for the kids, fried catfish, fried shrimp, white beans, and just a variety of food. We pride ourselves on our grillades, so we
I've had them, and they are delicious.
We sell a good bit of those as well, and then we also have our own daiquiri that we came up with. It's called the Rougarou.
Oh, okay.
And once we started providing that for our customers, it became a fan favorite.
I imagine it is, and it sounds like it would be.
Yep.
And so I know also with any festival, it wouldn't be a festival without some royalty. And y'all have a great slate of royalty this year. Tell us a little bit. I know that we've got a picture here on the screen.
Yeah.
I believe that's the Queens for this year.
Correct. That's our Queens for this year. That picture is actually them participating in our Mardi Gras parade we have in Gaines. And they rode through town with the rest of the floats, but our director, our queen director, Miss Holly Lafourche, she does an excellent job every year putting on a pageant and getting the girls to come in and compete for the queens.
Well, that's awesome, and absolutely congratulations to them. And then, of course, if people want to learn more about this festival, it's been going on for quite some time, where can people follow along, learn more, and, of course, come out?
Of course, on social media, on Facebook, we have a page, Gaines Beaumager Festival. They can like our page and share our page. We have all the information about the times that we're going to be open this weekend on there, and they can just, if they have any questions, we're really good at replying to messages on our page as well.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like it is going to be a jam-packed weekend. We encourage everybody to come out, rain or shine. By all means, bring your dancing shoes, because I know we forgot to mention as well, there is a big dance floor inside there as well.
Dance floor.
And there is a lot of dancing that goes on. So bring your dance shoes, bring your stretch pants so you can eat all you want. Bring the kids and the whole family, because it is a weekend full of fun over in Gaines.
That's right.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it, and we wish you much success with this weekend's event.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. And we'll be right back with our final segment of the local Lafourche.
You gotta try this. And some of those. Ooh, and definitely that. You won't be disappointed, but just know you can only get it here. up and down Louisiana's Cajun Bayou in Lafourche Parish. Y'all come visit? We're just 35 miles south of New Orleans. Hungry? Let's eat!
Welcome back to the local Lafourche. Well, in our final segment today, we are covering yet another event happening this June. For all of the details on the Juneteenth Heritage Festival coming up on Sunday, June 15th, we are going to kick it over to our special co-host, Mr. Keith Wysite.
The Thibodeau Juneteenth Festival. As we welcome Mr. Trey Wagner back. Thanks for joining us today.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, we appreciate it. So Trey, tell us a little bit about how this started 3 years ago.
So basically, we kind of always did do small Juneteenth celebrations, but once it became a major holiday throughout the whole country, President Biden made it an official holiday. And so we just figured let's just have a big celebration and kind of include the whole city, the whole parish, the whole state.
Right.
Into what we was doing, you know.
Let people come down. You can see the Juneteenth Heritage Festival will take place on Sunday, June 15th at MLK Park. It's 1445 Martin Luther King Drive over in Thibodeau, Louisiana 70301. It's be a live band, guest speakers, DJ, and so much more. For contact information, you can reach out to 985-709-4443. To find out more about it. And so Juneteenth, 15th, and Juneteenth is a very important celebration, celebrating emancipation.
Yes.
And it's emancipation was big for our whole country, not one particular culture, but for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you guys want to make sure we're celebrating that and doing that right.
Yeah, we don't want to forget, you know what I'm saying, the history. We don't want to forget the heritage. We understand that the 4th of July is a very special holiday. We understand a lot of things happen in history that we're not so proud of. But at the same time, Juneteenth is a day we can't forget. We want to keep celebrating. We want to remind everybody of how we educated ourselves into becoming free and working from that specific day to where the whole country was set free, you know, not just a particular race, you know.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Let's talk a little bit about how things have grown. You talked about how people had done small celebrations before this was developed as an organizational thing when it became a national holiday. Let's talk about the first year. It was awfully exciting. I remember when we had the first year. Tell us how we've grown since then.
Yeah, so the first year we kind of just threw it together, me and my organization, Thibodeau Express, it's my AAU basketball program.
Right.
A lot of my coaches, a lot of my parents helped organize it with me. And we just kind of was excited about doing it. We got a couple vendors, some DJs, guest speaker, and we just went out there in the park and just had a good time.
Right.
Maybe about 150, 200 people was there.
Okay.
To last year, the second year, we got big participation. About maybe 400-something people was out there.
Wow.
We had about 15 to 18 vendors, I want to say, DJ, live band, guest speakers, dance teams. It's a whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
A lot of community officials showed up. The mayor was there, who always supports us.
Right. Mayor Kevin's a good guy.
Yeah, Mayor Kevin, we met a few times about this event. He's in full support. The city of Thibodeau made it a holiday to where the whole city is off from work that day. So we definitely get our support from him also. So.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this year. Now, we got the flyer up there about what can people expect. Let's talk a little bit about the lineup and what people can expect over that day.
So we're going to start off with our annual yoga class. We do a Juneteenth yoga session.
Right.
Miss Brandy at Phoenix Yoga. She's a great yoga instructor, so we all invite everybody to come out there and get our day started.
What time is that we're starting at?
So we're going to do the yoga class at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Very good. Okay.
We're going to sit out there and do that. The DJ will be out there around about 1-ish, set up with the music. And from there, our program will start off. We have a couple of different events. We have 24K gospel choirs going to perform.
Nice.
Some guys out the community, Brother Marvin Hampton, they volunteered to come out and help perform and stuff like that.
Right.
We got Rose and Rose Productions. David and Laurie Rose, they're going to perform also that day.
Okay.
We have a couple of dance groups for the community.
Right.
A group from CM Washington Elementary School.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they have a dance group for the Black History program.
Okay.
Ms. Janice Johnson put together, and they have a routine they're going to come out and do. Ms. Robin Spot at Thibodeau Middle School also have a dance group that they're allowing to come out and do. It's a step team actually they put together. They use throughout the school year, so they're going to come out and perform. Also for us that day, we have some guest speakers. The principal at W.S. Lafourche Elementary School in Thibodeau,
Right.
Norman Edmond Jr. He's going to be our guest speaker for the day.
Very nice.
It's funny because his dad, Norman Edmond Sr., is the guest speaker at the Terrebonne Parish Juneteenth celebration.
Oh, wow.
The day before. So
Okay. It'd be a family affair for
so
them
Senior's
over the
gonna
weekend.
Speak, Saturday in
Terrebonne,
Parish,
right.
and Junior, the principal at W.S. Lafourche, is going to speak Sunday at our event in Thibodeau. Yeah.
Okay. And we still have options for vendors, right? $75 a vendor fee.
$75 vendor fee. You got to bring your own table, your own tent, your own chairs,
Right.
your own generator. It's just a vendor spot, and yeah, that's probably a real cheap rate just to help support
Yeah.
and take care of the overhead.
Yep. And then also T-shirts are about $25. Put the other flyer up,
The shirt
Jay.
we wear right here.
Yeah.
The actual T-shirt for the
Yeah,
event.
the one you got on.
Yeah,
Very
so
good. That same
$25.
flyer you
Right.
can see. Juneteenth Heritage Festival is going to start around 11 o'clock on Sunday, June 15th at MLK Park over in Thibodeau. And so we appreciate it very, very much. Thanks for joining us, and we wish y'all to have a wonderful celebration.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
You got it.
And that's a wrap for today's show. But before you go, we encourage you to visit us at lacajunbayou.com or follow along on our social media channels at LA Cajun Bayou. And from all of us at Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, we appreciate you tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you back here again next month for a brand new episode of The Local Lafourche.